Seacrest has also been the literal face of some epic TV fails, like the strange 2015 show, Knock Knock Live, in which he sent celebrity correspondents to unsuspecting families' doorsteps for the chance to win cash and prizes. It lasted 2 episodes. He was also at the helm of the Million-Second Quiz, NBC's failed attempt at a huge live concept that combined reality TV with a game show, and he had contestants participating 24 hours a day for 12 consecutive days. According to Variety, it was not picked up for a second season. But if you're about to start feeling bad for Seacrest, don't. The guy has more balls in the air than a juggler with 50 arms, not to mention a reported net worth of $350 million at the time of this writing, so he can tank as many TV shows as he wants and be just fine. He's an investor. You're probably thinking, duh, you just told us he's produced a ton of TV shows. But Seacrest has taken his fortune far outside of his broadcasting comfort zone. Like many in Hollywood, Seacrest has launched clothing and skincare lines. He's also spread his Kardashian money around in other areas, like tech startups he's invested in through his personal investment arm, the Seacrest Global Group. Perhaps you've heard of something called Pinterest? That's right, Seacrest has money in that, too. Of his interest in working with Silicon Valley startups, Seacrest told Out Living, "I really appreciate the opportunity to work with entrepreneurs. They are dreamers and tireless workers, qualities I relate to. I also learn a lot just interacting with them. They raise smart questions and solve problems proactively and swiftly. I hope to continue to have the chance to work with new companies. It's fun, and fuels my curiosity." One of those projects was Typo, a keyboard that could be attached to any touchscreen phone, essentially turning it into a product almost identical to a BlackBerry. This obviously didn't sit well with the actual makers of the BlackBerry, who sued the makers of Typo, which resulted in a settlement that no longer allowed Typo to make the product for phones, essentially stopping it dead in its tracks, according to CNN Money. And sure, that endeavor was obviously a failure, but it doesn't take away the fact that Seacrest is the man who not only introduced Black China to the world, but he's also partially the reason you were a hit at Thanksgiving with your cheese ball that looked like a little turkey. Those kinds of accomplishments will never be overshadowed. He's a college dropout. Seacrest always knew he wanted to be in the entertainment business. As a young child, he made fake radio shows in his bedroom with a Radio Shack mixer he saved up to buy. At 16, he interned at the local Atlanta radio station, but already had his eyes on bigger goals. In an interview with Out Living, he described his first trip to LA, with the family of a high school girlfriend, as the real starting point of his obsession with fame. "I never forgot that feeling. When I went back to school and was in college, I was literally sleepless trying to figure out a way to come back and work here," he said. For Seacrest, college was brief. He went to the University of Georgia and majored in journalism before dropping out at 19 years old, telling Esquire he headed to LA in a Honda Prelude with $2,000 in Christmas cash he stashed over the years. But unlike most LA hopefuls who get off a bus with stars in their eyes and zero prospects, Seacrest already had a gig co-hosting Gladiators 2000, a Saturday morning kids show, sharing duties with a 13-year-old girl. Sure, that sounds funny, and it only paid $200 per episode, but it got him on TV. 8 years and countless obscure gigs later, Wild Animal Games, American Idol happened, and the Seacrest we've come to know began to take shape. We should note, however, that Seacrest was eventually awarded an honorary Doctor of Humane Letters degree from the very school he left after just 1 year. So whatever kind of message that sends to kids, we'd rather not repeat it here. He gives back. Stop us if this sounds familiar. Through an organization he's created, Ryan Seacrest has accomplished big things. This time, it's philanthropy. The Ryan Seacrest Foundation is his major charitable effort, and its goal is to enable patients in pediatric hospitals to explore the creative realms of radio, television and new media that will aid in the healing process for children and their families during their stay. They do this by building broadcast facilities, called Seacrest Studios, right inside the hospital. The patients are encouraged to use the studio to host live radio shows,